Welcome to Shaunie's World. These are just my thoughts with a comedic side of humor. But if you're cool with your girl, go fool with your girl. Appreciate you for dropping by.
Disclaimer. Times are hard. That people are trying to find side hustles to make ends meet. But you got to be able to read the room, because not every extra dollar is beneficial. Sometimes you can put yourself in a life or death situation. And that's exactly what happened to this driver who worked for Lyft. Now, we've heard several horror stories about ride sharing. We've heard horror stories where drivers take advantage of riders, and now I'm telling you a story about a rider that took advantage of a driver. Now, we're gonna go down the rabbit hole, and I'm gonna take you to Fort Worth, Texas. Okay? There's a Lyft driver that is 29 years of age that answers to the government name of Marx Jean. Now, he, at some point, I'm assuming, resides in the Arlington area, but you know, when you do these rideshare services, you can go anywhere to get your pickup. You know, you don't have to just be where you reside. And that's how you get your money to flip. Now, those services on the rideshare could be better. I've gotten friends and they've told me that the money is not the best unless there's incentives or their peak moments. So sometimes drivers are like looking for opportunities to get more money for that day. Me personally, I have trust issues. As easy as that money sound, I just can't trust a stranger in my car sitting behind me, because in my mind, you can do anything. And I don't know what your motive is outside of getting a ride. And I ain't trying to find the hell out. So pretty much, Mr. Marks was driving for Lyft for 5 years, meaning this was a cool service for him, a way to get extra money. Well, this particular pickup and drop-off location kind of set his life back a little bit. Not the day that he was signed into the platform to get the rider, but the days after. So he picked up a rider. And when he picked up this unknown rider, he completed it through the Lyft app. During that ride, I'm assuming Marks in that rider said, hey, look, if you got extra places to go, I can pick you up off the books, meaning not logged into the app, and I can run you around town if need be, and I can just charge you a flat rate. You good with that? And I'm assuming the rider was like, hell yeah, because those fees add up. You know, they charge you for mileage, and then of course, depending on what time of the day it is, it kind of peaks that value. So one day you might get it for $6, the next day it may be $16. It just depends. So, you know, they're like, well, that sounds like a good idea. So I'm assuming they exchanged information, and probably within a day or so, or within a few days, that rider hit up Marks and was like, yo, I need you to, I need your services. Come swoop me, right? So when he pulled up to this location to get him, the rider had a person with them, which was a woman. Now, the rider gets in the front and the woman gets in the back. So before Marks took off, he was like, look, I'm going to need this money up front before I complete this off the books ride. And the two got into an argument. At that moment, near Crawley Road and Sycamore School Road in Fort Worth, the gunman pulled out a gun. And when I say he opened fire, he shot Marks in the arm and the leg. Then he told him, give me your car and get out the car. And Marks was like, say what? Say what? Not these 4 wheels. I'm sure that Marks probably pooted a little bit when he got shot. Because when you be scared, your booty hole open. You I didn't mean to do that, sorry. But more or less his adrenaline was rushing, because now he's shot and he's being robbed at the same time. So his mind's all over the place. Am I going to die? Am I going to live? So he made a quick decision to drive to a nearby restaurant, and he explained that he'd been shot 3 times and someone needed to call 911. Shot 1, call 911. And he was panicking. Like, he, in the midst of, I'm sure if you get shot, you're panicking. Because no one knew where the gunman and that woman ran away to. They just dipped and left him. And I'm just like, this sound like a crackhead. This sound real crackheadish. The scary part is the Fort Worth Police Department is asking you to help them solve this crime. The bad part is, if the app for the previous ride does not show the information for that rider, then it's going to be difficult to locate this person. Man, the sad part about it also is Lyft is not responsible for that off-the-book ride. So not only were you trying to make money off the clock, now you're spending money not being clocked in to save your life. And that's the thing that you have to like say to yourself, you're lucky you're alive. He could have did a headshot and stole the car anyway. So at the end of the day, we always have to remember that anything that is deemed as off the books is not prohibited by anybody you work for. So if something happens to you outside of it, they don't owe you any type of health care, dental, or vision. Meaning you got to recover those costs, especially if you don't have Aflac, then you're going to be disappointed. The scary part is maybe this person knows you and you know nothing about them, and that makes it very worrisome for you. We gotta start finding safe ways to make money and not just look at the fact that I'm gonna do this. Now research this, because at the end of the day, the person that's getting into your car on or off that platform is still a stranger. They don't run background checks on none of these folks. So you just have to assume that the place of pickup and the place of drop off is too legit, too quick. Hey, or you're gonna be in a casket. I don't trust those services to be a driver, but if I have to use it as a rider, I'm going to be the best rider I could ever be. Get me to and from my destination. Don't try nothing sticky. Because I'll call 911, baby, turn my location on real quick. But I'm always on the phone with somebody and telling them stuff about the vehicle and stuff because I wish you would. But it's just a reckless world out here. And people are hurting for a squirting, baby. So they will take you hostage or they'll kidnap you, kill you, or rob you. Because you are just a private driver. And nobody will know what happened to you if something happened to you. So we got to be more mindful and not too worried about getting extra money, but we got to be worried about our safety. So speedy recovery and, man, mental healing to you. Because I know now you probably gonna be like, I ain't finna drive for this. Or you might just change up where you drive. Or maybe this story will help change somebody else's life if you're doing off the bookings. Because we all sometimes learn through experience. And unfortunately, this is a rough experience for you. I am so glad that you're alive, and I really hope there's no post-traumatic issues with your healing process, because losing blood, ooh, the blood you lost, not sexy. But bounce back and get back to whatever is fulfilling to you in life, but don't pick up nobody else that's not on the books. You hear me? But I am just the messenger. It's your girl, Shaunie B. If you're cool with your girl, gone food with your girl. Y'all, check out their website, www.shauniebeentertainment.com. You can check out the Fangirls option drop donations, but there's no pressure to do either of those two, because I do see the likes, the shares, the comments, and it means the world to me. So I just want to tell you thank you from my lips to your ears for rocking with me. Hop in the comments. Like I said, we got to be mindful that every dollar don't make you holler. And sometimes you just got to follow your gut of following the rules, because anything off the books is prohibited for a reason, because safety is a concern. And I don't want you looking down at yourself from heaven saying, I just should have stayed on the books. And I don't want you sitting from a hospital bed blaming yourself. But indeed, we are partially to blame for the decisions that we make. We got to make sure we think things out, the pros and the cons. And I hope that Fort Worth Police Department finds the shooter and the woman with him, because it sounds like if you didn't get shot in the parking lot, it sounded like they was going to shoot you or rob you somewhere else along the line, because having that gun on him shows me he woke up with violence on his mind. So remember, in the words of Mo 3, everybody ain't your friend, everybody ain't your partner. But until next time, next story, and I'm out this piece.